Hello, I think I'm live. I am just checking. We'll find out in a minute. Hopefully I am. We will see. It'll be great fun. What's the worst that could happen? Just talk amongst yourselves for a little while. Gosh, doesn't Facebook take a while when you're trying to find things? Come on. Yay, it looks like maybe people are watching me. Hello. Hello. Right, I can't see any feedback, so I apologise. But anyway, hello. I am here on Zoom. So if you want to come and join me and you are a friend of mine, then you've been hopefully can check out my my thing. You're more than welcome to come and chat with me. I should be here for a little while. What can I say? I'm here. I've made 3 cards already. It's only an hour in. Woohoo, I'm on track. And I just had to stop because it was time for another cup of tea. Way. So, I've been going about an hour now. It doesn't feel like it. It feels like a lot longer already. But it's fine. It's fine. Right. So, I'm just going to crack on again. As you can see, I've already cheated. Well, I haven't cheated. That's not. I've prepared. It's not cheating. It's preparing. So I've already made a few card bases and pulled a few scrag ends out of the tin. So so here I am, just kind of merrily kind of making stuff, really, I guess. Not a huge amount going on, just kind of getting on with stuff, really, and seeing what happens. And I'm hoping we've got somebody joining us. Oh, that's exciting. I've got somebody to talk to. Who've we got? Oh, it's Alison. Hello, Alison. Can you hear me? Oh, are you muted? Let's see. No, don't think you've got any audio connected at the moment, Ali. But hello.
Oh, there we go.
Yay! Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good morning. How's it going?
I've made 3 cards. I'm doing all right.
Yeah, I've seen them. I liked them. Oh, yeah, very nice.
It's really good, actually. It's making me do things that I kind of like. You know how normally you sit there and you go, oh, there, or there, or there. I'm just going, no, plonk. I'm going with instinct today. Instinct is the key word. So
yeah,
we will see.
So have you got anything particularly planned, structured, or are you just going to wing it?
I'm winging it. I am properly winging it. There is absolutely no plan whatsoever, apart from I've got some silly idea about making lots of cards for charity.
No, well done.
Do that, you know, that's just
oh, brilliant idea.
For those of you watching on Facebook, Ali and I and our good friend Pip a little while ago decided it'd be a really good idea to make 1,500 cards in a day. So 26 should be a bit of a doddle, right?
Yeah, walk in the park.
Yeah. I should say though that between us we cut and prepped every single card, and they were, was it 10 designs? Can't remember now. 10 designs.
10, I think it was, yeah.
10, but they were, you know, it was batches of cards, so it was all pre-cut, set up on a stamparatus, which is a stamping tool, and they were all the same color, and it was batch making, so it was literally, you know, hundreds of cards an hour. which was great fun, exhausting, but really great fun, I have to say. So this is a bit, I'm going to say more pleasant in a way. I don't mean that horribly, but more creative, shall we say.
It's a bit more like the earlier design stages when we did all the designing. But I have to say that took quite a while, Deb, and you're doing all this in a day, and we did 10.
Yeah, but it's not that bad, is it?
Of course it's not.
No, it'd be fine. It'd be fun.
Yeah, you can do this. You've got this, girl.
Yeah, I worked it out. If I do 3 cards an hour, that's 9 hours.
Oh, that's not bad. Yeah.
You know, that's doable, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. How many do you want me to help you with?
Kick the cups of tea. I think I've woke somebody up talking. They've just come and shut the door.
Oh, oops.
Me in trouble, isn't it?
Oh, lazy lot. Don't get up. The sun's shining.
It's Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I must have. I didn't get up till 8 this morning, so it was a bit of a lying morning.
I was wide awake at 6:30 this morning, thinking,
yeah, having
no
palpitations.
idea why.
Well, while you're crafting along, I'm crafting along with you. Even let's get around the right way. I'm die cutting every single one of my what they call dies at the moment, because look, I'm making a catalogue of all my dies.
Fabulous.
So that's how far I've got so far. It takes quite a while. I think I made me months on this.
I think that's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I'm getting there. So I'm trying to avoid the most intricate of dies first, because I must admit they do take forever to try and pop all the bits out. Because I'm putting it on double-sided. So I've got card that I'm or paper that I'm using in different colours. As you can see, this is all my leftovers.
Yeah.
But I'm sticking double-sided A4 sheets of double-sided tape on the back, so I'm punching through that, die cutting through that as well, and it doesn't come out the dies quite so easily as just a piece of card.
No. Well, I've been Stampin' Up to some fabulous stuff, as you know. I'm not doing a sales pitch here before anybody, I'm just saying they do, because I love their stuff. And they do one set called Well Written, which has got loads of little names in it, but can I read them backwards? No.
Oh no, isn't it?
No, just can't do it. So I've been a little bit envious of you in your cataloguing.
Well, I've got Well Written, so maybe watch your post, love.
Oh, fabulous. Or even just send me a picture of it.
Yeah, photocopied one. Oh yeah, that's
Terrible.
easier. So I'm just trying to find some more card now. I've run out of paper.
You've run out of card. I can't believe that.
No, I'm using shoddy old, not shoddy, but old stuff that I've had for donkey's years. I'm trying to use up loads of bits and pieces so that I'm not using any of my Stampin' Up card.
Oh, nice.
For it, so it's actually working out quite a good way to use up stuff.
Yeah,
but I don't want to use DSP though, because I think the dies will get lost on it. They'll look muddled, so I'm trying to do them plain and simple.
Absolutely, that sounds fab.
Yeah, we'll see. Watch this space. I can't find what I need.
I'm sure somebody could make a business doing that, so we didn't all get very confused.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, we'd love somebody to do that, by the way. Just putting it out there.
Yeah, I know. But this I was just thinking, there's this kind of, is it music library type people, aren't there?
Yeah.
This is what happens, you see. I fiff and faff now. I've got a vague idea in my head, and then I get here and I go, no, that's not what I wanted.
Is it because we're chatting?
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. It'll keep me going.
Should be going there. Shut up, Alison.
No, it's much better to craft together, even if we can't craft together in this current climate.
Yeah. Oh, there's paper, that's why. Doing this all wrong. That's a card. Sorry, if you can only see my body, it's because I'm standing up trying to find what I need out of my drawers beside me. Nothing like getting it out your drawers. Oh, sorry, it's Sunday, isn't it?
It is Sunday, and there's so many comments there, but as we're live on Facebook, I don't think any of them are relevant. In the privacy of my own home is a different thing.
Yeah. I did a load of this die cutting the first day, and I found these I don't know if you can see, let me see. Oh, I've dropped it all everywhere. This blue and this green card, really bright and cheery. Thought that'd look gorgeous. Can I just say, this one, the dye bled all over my hands and all over my cuffs of my jumper and everything. So I ended up, I went in and I was completely pink and didn't realise the blue was okay. But yeah, so I had a very pink day that day.
I love it when that happens.
Just goes to show what rubbish cardstock does when the dye comes out. It's not good, is it?
No, it's not good. That's why you should buy quality stuff, you see.
Exactly.
If only we knew somebody who could sell it to us.
Oh, yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I wonder where we could get that from.
Just in case anybody's interested.
Yeah.
Got my top on. I could do a big reveal, but I won't yet. I'm going to save that for later.
Oh.
But I have. Have you seen what I'm wearing?
Hang on a minute. Oh. Ah.
Well,
lovely.
I was thinking about this. You run, or in my case, waddle, walk, stumble, crawl, all this way.
Yeah.
There's some bloke at the end to kind of give you, or woman, to give you a medal that you wear around London because you're hobbling and you feel like you need an excuse as to why you're hobbling around London. And you come home, you hang it on a board, or you shove it in the cupboard, and you never wear it again. So I thought, this is my marathon. I'm going to wear this.
Yeah. Today is the day.
It was the only thing that kept me going down the embankment was, I'm going to get that medal if it kills me. And I'd like to say it nearly did, but you know that I got it, you know.
Brilliant. Well done. Well done. You're a better person than me. I'm not. That's one thing I can't say is I've never been a runner. I did do Race for Life one year, and I did it in a fairly good time, if I remember rightly. But yeah, that was. I found other ways of fundraising since then, like making cards and things.
It's good fun. There you go. That is card number 4.
Gorgeous. Love it. Very nice. We like that one.
I'm not sure where you can see it, but there you go. That's card number 4. I've got to move it the right way. I'm all backwards and upside down, and I'm not very good at logistics at the best of times. So,
Are you planning on staying on Zoom or just in and out, in and out?
Haven't really decided. I'm going to see what happens, see how I feel, see, you know, whatever's going on.
Doesn't pop on. Yeah.
So it's just more of a case of how do you keep going.
Yeah.
And you know what I found in my stash of ready cut up stuff was these, which are from the golf clubhouse set, sorry. And they're actually, you get a sheet of these and you can literally just colour them in. So I thought,
brilliant.
A quick go at that. I thought that's an easy one.
Yeah.
And not only did I found another one as well.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
So I'm going to do a little bit of colouring while we're chatting because I can't hopefully go wrong with that.
No.
I'd like to think I can't go wrong with that.
We'll see. Famous last words.
Indeedy.
I'm just double-sided and sticking. Have you had any breakfast yet? Have you fed yourself?
Did you not see my earlier post? I had a healthy Cardletics breakfast, because every card athlete needs to have a good, nutritious breakfast to start off the day. So I had Cocoa Pops.
Right. Yeah, no, I didn't see that one. But yes, good. We're into massively into since lockdown peas and ham toasties.
Oh, yum.
For breakfast. Yeah, we've been eating for breakfast. So very nice. Not good for my waistline and cholesterol though, that's the only problem. So are you lot enjoy a lie-in on a Sunday, do they usually, or are they early birds?
Oh, who knows? It changes. I think Simon is actually running later. I think his running club are doing I'm going to say a virtual marathon type thing, where I think they're running a mile each, and then somebody's obviously running 1.2 miles. I think I could probably do the 0.2 miles.
Yeah.
But yes, so they're doing a virtual London Marathon, which I think is rather lovely, actually.
Yeah. So like a relay sort of one, really, if they're all doing a little bit each.
Yeah, but I think they're all running it at the same time.
Yeah. Brilliant. So are they doing that on a Zoomy sort of thing? They're gonna.
Do you know, I haven't actually asked too many questions.
Yeah, just in case he tried to involve you.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, no, wise. Will the children do it with him? I'll take that as a no then.
That'd be a maybe, but unlikely.
Yeah. So where's Tess today?
I can see Tess out the window. She's lying in the back garden in the sun, ignoring everybody, going, I'm not doing it.
Lovely. Yeah, mine's out in the garden as well. She's doing much the same.
She's obviously not interested in card making, which I don't understand myself, but you know.
Yeah.
Blame it on the claws.
Mine's already been out for her early walk. Tony takes her out. He gets up at stupid o'clock. I don't know. Sometimes 5:30. Anything from 5:30 onwards usually. So he goes out, and she's had by the time I come down, she's sort of broken, if you know what I mean. She's had her run, she's done her playing, and yeah. And Kyron's up nice and early. He's quite a fairly early bird, and we'll see Robert about 10 o'clock ish.
You know, for many years I was really anxious and worried about using watercolor pencils, and now I've suddenly got into them, and I don't know why. Really
yeah, they're lovely, aren't they?
And they're so easy to use.
Yeah, I find it really therapeutic. I did actually the most I've done recently was I did that card for my brother. I think I showed it on the Zoom the other day, didn't I? With the French countryside.
Oh yeah.
One. And I really enjoyed it. It took me a couple of days on and off to get it done and finish with interruptions and things. But yeah, it was lovely, and I was really chuffed with the results. So I should do some more like that. I don't normally buy that type of stamp set, but I'm really pleased I got it now. So sometimes nice to do things that are outside of your comfort zone, isn't it?
Absolutely. Oh, now I've got to decide on colour of clothing. Oh, it's got to be pink, hasn't it, really?
Trying to see. Oh, there you go. Right, so I was trying to see what you were working on. It wouldn't go into it, but it's on it now. There we go. That's better.
Down a bit. There you go.
Ah, lovely.
The thing thing I love about the watercolor pens is when you just use a blender rather than using aqua painters. Which,
Yeah.
you know, are brilliant, don't get me wrong. And are quite messy, I find, to make all the card or the waterproof paper curl. If you just use one of the Stampin' Up blender pens, you get a very similar effect, but with half of the effort. And also, it means that if you're if you're on the travel, you know, it's all in there.
Yeah.
And then literally just scribble it off. And as you can see, if you've got several colours on there, you can work it around still, and it will work beautifully.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? So much easier. And the beauty as well is if you don't work it too much, don't overwork it, you can actually do it on Whisper White rather than having to use the heavier weight watercolor paper.
Yeah. And obviously you don't want to make it too beautiful because it is supposed to be handmade.
Exactly.
And all these people that do perfection, oh, it's handmade, folks.
I haven't got the time.
No, me neither. PDQ stands for something.
Oh yeah.
You have to tell me you've not realised that before, aren't you?
No, yeah, I do know.
There we go.
Actually, I think it was Tony asked me last night. He said, "Does that mean what I think it means?" And I said, "Well, if you think pretty damn quick, yes. Otherwise, no."
And then to clean your brush off, all you literally do, as you can see, it's in between. You scribble it off until it comes clear. And the great thing is, if you missed a bit, you can just go over it again. So, 2 little card toppers in super quick time. There we go, that's number 1, with a little lady playing golf. And that's number 2 with a nice little scene. That's simple.
Done it again.
I did get slightly prepared, and I did cut up my cards and actually pre-score them, which I'm actually really lazy, and I don't normally pre-score cards, but I thought if I've got to fold several.
Yeah.
And another top tip that it took me ages to work, no, it didn't take me ages until as soon as somebody mentioned it, I kind of went, yeah, is that I see so many people, they score the card and then fold it in. But when you score the card, you're actually stretching the paper folders, the paper fibres. So if you fold it away, it folds much easier. And a lot of people don't know that. There you go. Free tip from
Not a lot of people know that. So it gives it a nicer, cleaner finish as well.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you scored them in the right place.
Yeah.
Never done that before. I've done really well. I've put my Clubhouse stamp set away. Whoops. Oh, now for the come up with the colour. Right, finger in the ink and smudge it. Nobody saw that. It's not like we're live on Facebook, is it?
No, nobody will
Nobody
know that. Yeah, if you don't say anything, they won't notice, will they?
Exactly. I'll just be really quiet about that one. What happens when you craft live?
There's no such thing as a mistake, only happy accidents, they say. Isn't that right?
Embellishment opportunities, I think, is the correct term.
Yes, definitely.
And I have made sure I've got plenty of glue after Gluescape.
Oh, yeah.
Note to anybody planning to make 1,500 cards in a day. Whatever glue you think you'll need, double it, then double that, and then add a bit more on for good luck.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we cleared out the local craft shops of all their glue as well because we ran out of everything we had.
Yeah, it's quite incredible.
It was brilliant, was it?
It was a surprise to us.
It was a real surprise. I've never seen so much glue.
Excuse me.
Okay, that's another quick and simple one done.
Excellent.
No, I've already lost. That's number 5. See,
Is
I've
it?
lost count already. And I knew this would happen. I would put things down on my desk and they'd grow legs and walk.
Yes, that invisible man pinched them from you.
No, the problem with crafting is you get more and more stuff out and you don't put anything away. And then before you know it, it's become a mountain. Yeah, maybe not. Oh, you know, I'm going to miss this colour. This is Blueberry Bushel.
Oh, yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
And it's one of the current Stampin' Up! In colours, and I will really, really miss it. I think it's a lovely colour. Although, having seen the new colours that are coming out, I'm a little bit, ooh.
Mm.
So we will have to see what's coming. On first impression, I kind of went, oh. And then as I was looking at it, I'm going, right. And then you start thinking about it and you kind of think, oh, I could do that. Or those, oh.
Yeah,
It's always difficult when you say goodbye to an old favourite.
yeah. I was very surprised with the name of one of them in particular, that a certain set wasn't carrying over.
Yeah, so was I. There was a few.
It was almost like that was a hint, and then it wasn't there. And I was like,
Yeah. Yes, it was a bit odd, but ours is not to question why. Ours is just to make and share.
Yeah. Maybe that was the original and it wasn't as popular as expected.
There is movement in the kitchen. I can hear voices getting breakfast, so just in case anybody appears in the background at any point.
Self-sufficient, that's what we like.
Absolutely.
Well trained is the other word for it.
Oh no, Daddy's there with them as well.
Oh, good man. Yeah, see, well trained.
You know what? I'd love to take, but he was already well trained when I met him. He's better trained than I am. But I'm not saying that live anywhere where it can be recorded or seen, all right? So anybody out there tells him I said that. Poof.
Perhaps you could send him my way and come and train my boys. Put him out for hire. Oh, lovely. Well, we like that lots.
Card number 6, please. Only 20 to go. Woohoo!
Yay.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. What's the worst that can happen? I could run out of card stock. Could you imagine? I could laugh
You
lots at that.
No.
I mean, I laugh lots at that, you know.
Mm. Right.
One thing I never knew about London Marathon medals, they're actually quite heavy. I've done a few races, and they're this is like, it's like wearing a, you know, Lord Mayor's chain thing.
Getting about a neck fatigue.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it, you've done 26.2 miles, which, you know, if I want to go that far, I'd either get in the car or catch a train. And at the end of it, you're a bit cream crackered. And they give you a weight to carry around. It's just cruel. Cruel, I tell you.
Oh, it's negative.
So this is a great thing about using some of the designer series paper. You don't have to do anything. It's great. You literally just plonk it on with a bit of ribbon and it's done.
Mm.
And for
Yeah, beautiful.
You know, quick and simple card, and there are some absolute corkers out there. And every time I do this, I think of Queen Pip from Queen Pip Cards and her can't have a soggy middle.
Oh yeah.
I always think she uses a lot of dimensionals, but she doesn't like a soggy bottom.
No, can't have a soggy bottom. Soggy bottoms are banned.
Soggy bottoms are definitely not great, are they?
I watched somebody's video the other day on YouTube and I was like almost screaming, stick one in the middle. And she didn't. And it didn't look right. It was soggy. You could see it was soggy.
She had a soggy bottom. See? Gotta love Queen Pip, who I know is very busy today. So hi Pip.
Yeah.
She's doing, I think it's her retreat at home, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, day 2.
Day 2. Obviously they were all planning to go to a lovely hotel and have pampering and you know, craft pampering, that is. And obviously with the current COVID stuff that's going on, it all went a bit wrong. She's very sad.
But these Zoom craft alongs have been brilliant, making up for it. The next best thing under the circumstances, haven't they? And it's brilliant that we've all been able to still stay in contact. Can you imagine if we were all just crafting at home alone? You don't feel like it now, do you?
Oh, it'd be horrendous, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It's opened up a lot of opportunities. I hope it stays in a lot of ways. People still use this as communication because people are sort of still going to be distanced, and I think a lot of families have reconnected that perhaps wouldn't have seen each other this often anyway.
Absolutely.
So it's
card number 7.
Oh, lovely. Very nice.
Don't worry, I will be putting these up on as proper photos later.
That DSP is gorgeous, isn't it?
It's lovely, and it's just a really pretty background. I have been finding lots of DSP that I've not used. I mean, no, I didn't mean that. I meant that I haven't utilised as fully as I could.
Yes, we're still waiting to be used up. Yeah. Yes, on this. You were saving it for this very event.
Could well have been. Yes, maybe that's what it was. Maybe I knew in my head that that was where we were going.
Oh, Where's my fob?
I feel the need for butterflies again.
Oh dear, bent my tweezers.
Yep, cut it down perfectly, but not perfectly enough. So this is when you know you've got somebody that you can craft with, because you just sit there and get on with it and realise you're not talking. But I felt I had to do lots of butterflies today, because obviously the reason for doing it is, I'm going to say baby loss for want of a better word, what a humbug, and obviously is for charity, mate. And so butterflies are one of the symbols that that people use for baby loss, along with rainbows and unicorns and better places. And so I wanted to incorporate butterflies today. That was kind of important to me. Although, to be fair, I never did butterflies. It wasn't one of my things. I know for a lot of people they find solace in butterflies. Didn't do it for me.
It's everybody's individual, aren't they? You find your own your own thing, don't you, that you find solace in.
I mean, I was very angry in a kind of belligerent way, I suppose, and I quite often found myself talking to people who had different views, shall we say, from myself. And I never found anybody who could disagree with what I'd done. They may not have made the same choice, and I get that. I totally get that. You know, everybody's different. But I could never find anybody who said that they thought I was wrong. It was really odd. And I think at some points I actually wanted somebody to tell me that I'd made a mistake, that it had all gone, you know, it was the wrong thing to do, and you know. And nobody ever did. It was really weird.
It's nobody else's choice bar yours and Simon's. I think that's the thing. Everybody has different lives.
Absolutely.
And things, and I don't think it was anybody's place to. Maybe, do you think maybe a little bit of wanting somebody to say no, you were wrong, is because you want
it's guilt. It's pure,
you want to be able to shout at yourself almost for it, for what you'd had to, those choices you'd had to make.
Absolutely. And you know, it is the most guiltful thing I think you could ever do. You know, I don't think there is, I'm sure there are, but I hope never to have to do them. But I think there is always going to be this element of, was it the right choice? And we were, you know, told in no uncertain terms what would happen to him if we didn't. And we had a post-mortem to find out why, and we still don't know why. And in some ways that's harder, because there is no reason. It's just one of those things. And because of that, it's really scary going on to think, you know, do I try again? Do I
That was my thought. Yeah.
Do I put myself through this again? You know, knowing that this could happen again and I could end up having to make the same decision, and not knowing at the end of it, you know, would I ever have a child? Would I adopt? Would I don't know, you know, would I do that? And as it happened, we ended up going down the IVF route after trying lots of different things. And I can remember going to the IVF clinic before we'd started. We'd waited for a little while for an appointment. And I said to her, I don't want to do IVF. I can't put my body through all of this, you know, hope and dashed and expense, and all this trauma, if you like, knowing that that we might have to make the same decision again. I said, I just can't do it. And that was in the car on the way to the IVF clinic. And strangely, the lovely consultant that we met had been a former fetal medicine consultant, and he was lovely. And he sat there and he said, I can't promise you that it won't happen again, but what I can say, in 15-20 years of being a fetal medicine consultant, I have never come across anybody with this condition who has had it happen to them twice. At which point I went, oh, we're doing IVF, aren't we? You know, so glad that we did, and so glad that between us we were brave enough, if you like, to take that step, because, you know, my daughter is now 13 and I love her to pieces. I always love her. I don't always like her. My mum would say to me, hello mum. You know, and you know, we then were very lucky that found out by accident. It wasn't an accident, but it was just shocking that it had happened. We then ended up having Matthew as well. But yeah, it's frightening when you've been in that situation. And I don't think people quite get that. You know, they talk about nervous parents, but there is a whole different level of nervousness going on there. And I'm whittering on about it because this is the whole point of today. So I apologise, Ali, who's getting the brunt of it.
No, that's it's good to understand it. So, because I was actually going to ask you, so the charity itself that you're supporting, what does the charity itself actually do?
So Antenatal Results and Choices, ARC, I'm going to call them ARC because it's less of a mouthful. So at which point I can do the big reveal. Are you ready? Ta-da! That is my marathon top.
Hey!
Right, I'm just going to stand up so you can see it. Woohoo! Cover the belly. Woohoo! Yeah, no, this is actually my marathon top. So there you go. I can do my big reveal now. So yeah, so ARC are a little charity. They're a national charity. They get very little corporate funding. It's not. It's one of those charities that is quite a difficult one unless you've been in that situation. And I fully understand that. You know, it's not cuddly puppies or small children. You know, it makes it hard to advertise for, shall we say. But what they do is they have, if you like, two sides to the charity. On the one side, they provide information to parents who are thinking about, should I have this test? What does this test mean? What are the risks associated with it? What actually is the test? I don't understand what they're telling me. And what are the implications if the result is negative, or if it's positive, or if it's uncertain? You know, what does all this mean? And they can provide information on the testing process itself. What they can't do, and they wouldn't ever do, is say, if you get this result, this is what you should do. That is not what they do at all. And then obviously for people who, like myself, get the bad news, they then offer support groups, safe environments for you to chat to other parents, ways of remembering your baby if that's what you want to do. So they do that side of things. On the other side is they actually help professionals, because medical professionals, the best will in the world, they go into the job to give people good news and reassurance, and most of the time that happens, and that's great. But occasionally they have to give bad news, and there isn't a good way to give somebody bad news. There really isn't. There is no good way. But there are really bad ways to give people bad news. And so what they do is provide training and opportunities for them to practice giving bad news to parents, and also ways of helping parents understand what they're saying, and what parents might need in a future pregnancy or aftercare. So they provide that kind of training for professionals as well. They obviously work with a lot of professionals, people like Kit Prossett-Kings, who is, if you don't know, developed the nuchal fold test for Down syndrome, which I actually had with the child that, anyway. So they work with a lot of professionals as well, and it's a two-way street. They have a number of booklets. I mean, I don't have my original booklet I was given. I've only got my newsletter, which my story is actually in, and that's why I've kept this one. But they provide handbooks, like the Parent's Guide to, what are your options? If I find out in my 12-week scan, my options for if I choose to terminate are different, perhaps, to what the options might be if I find out at 23, 24 weeks. I had to deliver my son. I had to go through a full labour. It wasn't obviously a full labour, but it was a labour nonetheless. And I wasn't prepared for that at 21 weeks. Didn't know what to expect. I hadn't got that far. I'd only got to month 5, and that was talking about you might feel your baby move, not you might be pushing it out and going home without it. And that was really difficult. We've got somebody else coming. But yeah, so it's quite difficult. But they do a wonderful job, and they're such a small team, and they're so lovely. And these hello, Pip.
Hello, Pip.
Hello. And what they do is provide so much support for so many parents. I mean, I can't remember the exact figures, but it's sort of like, over 2,000 families a year that are in this situation.
One is too many, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's difficult. So that's what they do in a nutshell, and it is such a niche area, and I don't think there's another charity in the world like them, which is quite amazing, really, when you think about it.
Yeah. Again, it's a British support is second to none, isn't it? With our NHS and other charities. We do seem to do that very, very well, don't we?
We're very good at that, indeed.
Absolutely. Hello, Pip. We were just talking about you.
Oh, hello. My ears were burning, obviously. But no, I thought I'd just jump on. I've just finished my first Zoom of the morning with my retreat, so I thought I'd just jump on and say hello.
We were just saying you were having your crafty retreat at home.
Yeah, they're all off now doing their stuff. So I promised them I've got to crack on and do some other stuff that I can show them later. So I'm not allowed to get off the hook, apparently. So I thought I'd just jump in.
Well, I've just finished card number 8.
Oh, well done. 8 already. God, that's good.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Yep,
That's pretty. Yeah, I like that. Very nice.
I've got, just in case you're wondering, I've got my little box full down here. So that's what we're doing at the moment.
Okay.
But yes.
And I'm doing my die cutting in support. So I'm still doing my die cutting folder.
Ah, okay.
That's my way of supporting and crafting along.
Fair enough. Sorry, I just had a question from a person, so I've just got to answer those. Cool. Well, I will be crafting along, but I'll be crafting along at home doing stuff here that I'll be sharing with the others later, so I can't show you, sadly. It's secret squirrel stuff.
Oh, fab. Well, hopefully we'll see it on the on a blog post soon.
Well, yes, I'm going to be doing something, because obviously I'm going to do what I did for my last retreat, so people will be able to buy the stuff later. But I
Well,
will be
see
doing.
where I'm going with this one, can't you?
I'll be putting. I can see where you're going with that one. I like that. Yeah, I'll be putting them out there so you can get them if you want them. But one of them I'll be doing sharing on a post, I'm sure. But the other 3 I'm gonna, secret squirrel stuff.
It's exciting. It really is.
I know. Well, I've done videos as well. I've had to do videos as well with them all, as you know. So that's kind of kept me busy. And I'm
out
now
of trouble.
at the point. I thought I could like now breathe, and now I realise I've got like about 6 classes to design. So I've got to get that done too.
I will just have a look through my Instagram post later. I can
I
do
will.
simple stamping, Pip, you're sorted.
I know you do. Normally you're my helper designing, but the stupid virus is getting in the way. It's not.
Oh,
good.
it's just mean, isn't it? We were just
It
saying,
is.
thank goodness for Zoom.
Yes.
Otherwise, nobody would see anybody ever.
No, exactly. I'm feeling slightly strange because I can see your head in the top of my screen, and then I can just see your hands, and it's like you've lost the whole middle part of your body.
I'm here.
Like one of those things hanging over the wall. What were they called? I can't remember.
Oh yeah, with the nose.
With the
Yeah.
hey, Sean,
With
Chaz. Sean's just said
Yeah.
Chaz. Yes.
Hello, Sean.
That's Alison. Hello, Alison. She's in the other room. Right. Listen, ladies, I will let you get on crafting. I will.
Thank
How are
you.
you doing on your total, Debs?
Do you know, I haven't looked. I might. Let's have a
See
little
how much
look.
money you've raised. We need to raise it all.
I know. I think I was at about 92. Oh, 118. There we go.
Hey.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Ah, okay. So we need to start
Oh.
sharing that a little bit more. I'll start sharing that again this morning.
Fabulous.
Have you got a wheat bag on there, Pip?
Yeah, I
for your
have.
neck?
I cricked my neck overnight.
Oh no.
dear.
So I turned up on the Zoom this morning, and everyone's like, "Are you all right?" Well, I said, "Yeah, I think you obviously didn't sleep well." I said, "No, I think I slept too well. I think I slept and got in a like that." And then this morning it's like, oh, so Sean said put a wheat bag on, as of course he is the genius, which I'd
Yeah,
forgotten
what a
to
cracking
do.
idea. I've never thought of
Yeah.
doing that out here, because the amount of times I've been doing this die cutting, because I'm like this,
Yeah,
sort of die
you're-
cutting, and then because my
funny
glass
angle.
is being very focal, you tend to do this, don't you?
Yeah, yeah,
And, I've been getting a stiff neck.
Yeah.
I've got several of wheat bags.
Yeah,
That's a
they're great.
cracking idea. Yeah.
Sean's just reminded me of a mug I bought him. Did I buy that for your birthday one year? Just recently. But it says Sean. It's a name mug. So it's like a tin mug, and it's got Sean, and then underneath it says the source of all wisdom. So he likes that.
Yeah.
We love you, Sean.
Yes, it says in case of emergency, ask Sean, the source of all wisdom.
As long as it doesn't say something like break Sean, in case of emergency, break Sean.
No, we wouldn't do that. He's laughing, giggling now in the other room. You heard that? Oh dear, no, we wouldn't do that. But
Oh, bless.
oh dear. Right, well, let me go off and start sharing this and getting some more people to raise some money for you, because we need to do that. Lots of raising money. Yes, lots of raising money.
Lots of money.
You keep crafting, and I'll plug in between as I can between my. Are you going to be on Zoom all day?
I don't know. I might.
Little.
when I have to have a little comfort break.
Yeah.
But I haven't really thought about it. I'm going with the flow.
Go with the flow. You can
See,
go live.
So as part of for those of you not in the Royal Stampers, which is Queen Pip, my friend Queen Pip here. It's a Stamping Up demonstrator group, and the challenge this week, or this month I should say, was to go live. Well, I think I'm doing it. I think it might count as going live. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I figure you kind of covered it, really.
Yeah.
And Alison did it as well, so she was very brave and did it too. You were awesome.
Absolutely. Oh, she's helping me out today. So
exactly. Look at me now.
Lying. Although I'm not actually demonstrating, I'm just doing my usual expertise of chatting.
Yes.
And you
Which is
do
a
it
very
so
good
well,
expertise.
Ali. You really
I
do.
know.
Exactly. I think you have. I think we all really have the kind of like the grandmaster of chatting. So I think we're right with that.
But now people can
All right.
see what we were like, maybe just a little glimpse of when we were designing for your card marathon.
Yeah, when we were doing the Stamp Out Cancer one, yeah, we were crazy, but all in the same room, but still
Yep,
nothing.
yep.
Apart from that, nothing.
But we were here. We were in
Yeah,
the
we
little
were there.
room.
There was a
all
lot
bloody
Not
mad.
very big. I have to say, it's not a very big room for all three of us. Plus,
No, but we did manage to fit us all in.
We did huge
Just-
amount of exercise that day, exercising our chuckle muscles.
and
Over
our
that
arms,
period of
and our
time.
arms,
And
with
our
the
arms,
whole
yeah,
cutting,
shoulders.
with the whole cutting,
Oh.
shoulder cutting,
actually, if I remember rightly,
and punching. Yeah, you did a lot of punching and a lot of
Done
big
the
shot
next
work.
day was killing me. I can remember that.
And a lot of big shot work. We could have all done with these, really. We should have all had these on as sort of preparatory measures. What is it? Preemptive measures, maybe.
Yeah.
I almost think we should
Now
have
we
like
know.
we should have had the Rocky bit Balboa, whatever his name is, dun,
Oh
dun,
yes,
dun, dun,
with
dun.
the
We
with
should
the
have had
hoodie and
there you go. Look, it could have been dun, dun, dun. Okay, I'm going a bit card leapy now. I apologise.
I was going to say, if anybody's watching this Facebook Live on your page, you must think we're absolute nutters, but we are, and we love each other very much.
We do.
It's drafting madness. You make a card,
Called
that's it. You're then
Good
gone.
friend, that's what it is. Good friends.
But it is.
So
And
if
I
you're
love the way
whizzing
she's
away, that's another one.
multitasking, and she's still making away while
I
chatting.
know.
And
I
doing
was
Rocky
going to
Balboa.
say she's chatting and crafting. It's obviously a skill we teach well
Yes.
in our group. between the
what's
three
not,
of
what's
us.
not? Keep going. Be fine.
So that's number 9, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Had to check. I've lost count already.
Already, that's not voted back. But if you've done 9 and it's only 10 o'clock, you've only got another 17 to go, Deb. You'll be done by lunchtime.
No, because I'm going to have a break in a minute.
Okay, you need a tea break. Fair enough. I get Sean just brings me mine. He's very well trained. He's fabulous.
Send him round. Send him round. That's what we need to do. I need a Sean.
He sent him round in a hot thermos flask.
Sounds good to me.
Oh dear. Right, ladies. Oh look, she's off. She's blinging. She's blinging it up. Yeah. See, they look
Notice
good on
there's
them,
no
don't they?
glitter.
No glitter, but bling. That I love that combination of those layers. I'm so glad that's staying with us. Look at that. That pretty.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Amazing what you can do with a sentiment, isn't it? And a few dies.
Yeah, I have to say, I didn't know I'd got these dies. I obviously ordered them late at night, shall we say. And I was like, well, when you did your Cities Online classes, and I did a class, I thought, oh, they're really lovely. I wish I had those dies. And I'm flicking through to find something else and went, I've got those
Oh,
dies.
I've already got them. Yay. Oh,
That was close. Oh, nearly had double order.
nearly had a double order there, Debs.
Never done that before.
No. Oh dear.
Fabulous.
Brilliant. Right, ladies, I'm going to dip off. It's been lovely to chat and see you all this morning.
Just called it
Yeah.
number 10.
I feel like I had like a
preempting
double whammy with all my girls on the retreat and now you guys as well. It's brilliant.
Oh, brilliant.
Love it. Mwah. Go for
And
it,
And the
Deb.
sun's
You can do this.
shining. Beautiful day.
It is. It's a lovely day. And we're inside crafting. Go figure.
But we can
Something
see
wrong
it.
with
We've
the
got a
place.
window.
As long as
Yeah,
we
we've
can
got a
see it.
window. Yeah. And that sunshine thing and exercise, no, it's so overrated.
So overrated. We're all right with lockdown. We're perfectly
Yeah.
fine with lockdown.
I like that card so much. I'm going to make it again.
I know these amount of people that keep going on, oh, I really need to get back to work now. And the kids are driving me nuts and I'm bored. I haven't got time to be bored.
No,
I've got
exactly.
too much crafting I want to do.
It's time to be bored.
I am probably, like you, one of the most happiest lockdown people ever.
Ever. Makes you feel slightly guilty. Yeah, maybe not.
No,
No.
only maybe for about that much, and then
That
it's gone.
much.
Yeah,
And then it's like, why don't you join me in crafting? Because look, you could be part of this mad group too. It would be fantastic. We could all craft together, couldn't we? We just need to find our other mad crafters. So, Deb,
Yeah.
if you get anyone else on your page today that's a bit like us, Bring them in.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know loads of mad people.
Oh,
They have
there
to be
you go,
mad to like me, remember?
True, true. That and a passion of pumpkins.
It was going to happen, wasn't it?
It was going to happen. Yay,
Gonna
just
happen.
inky fingers. Inky fingers.
Got my fingers in the ink pad. That's because I was talking, you see.
No, oh, it's our fault, obviously.
Yeah. Blame the team
You're
around
doing
you.
fab.
You're
Yeah.
doing brilliant.
Absolutely.
Look, this is number 10. I'm going for it.
You're going for
Wow.
it. You're going to smash this, I tell you. They're fab. Right, honey, I'm going to go. Keep going, guys. Mwah. Well done, Debs. Enjoy
Love you.
your
Thank
day
you, my
and
lovely.
do wonderful things. Alrighty. See you later.
Bye, Pip.
Bye. And we're all alone again now.
Oh, and then it was just us.
Yeah, how lovely is that?
Anybody wants to come and join us, just let
Yeah,
me
because
know.
I must admit, when I first went on, I saw it. I clicked onto the live on Facebook, and then realised that I couldn't interact with you
Oh,
or
no.
pass along. So I don't know if people are actually on that part of it
So
and not
if you're
realising.
my friend, then on Facebook this is. So not on the PDQ page, but on my personal page, then I've put the link up there. Just because I don't really know. If I don't know you, I know everybody on Facebook. It feels like at times. I don't. I really, really don't. So my the link to the Zoom meeting is up there. Do come and join me, or us, I should say, because Alison might abandon me at some point.
Only if I need food. I didn't bring food out with me.
You see, I prepped for the day.
Oh, so you're more organised than me.
Look, I bought snacks out.
Lovely. Lovely. No, I had tea. I'm rather hoping that maybe if Tony can see this at all, that I might need another one because it's empty. Just subtle hint there.
Mine's
Just in
kind of
case.
lukewarm because I keep forgetting to drink it.
Yeah, mine was ended up like that. But it's gone down still.
Exactly. But I do have my bottle of water with me as well, because I'm an athlete. Card athletics, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I've got water. I've got water. Yeah, I've got water. Smart water. Can I just say, love this water.
Does it make you
But
smart?
what it says in the no, it doesn't. Hasn't changed anything in my life.
So that's advertising falsehoods. That is.
Yeah.
I've got my bottle of tap water.
Yeah. No, there's something about this. Our water's so hard, though, isn't it? I need one of those filters, really. But I have to say,
like a non-branded one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But without advertising,
couldn't possibly talk about that.
Oh no, or this. I have to say, I've always been one of these people that said, "Oh, how ridiculous! Don't buy bottled water. What a waste of money." And then Robert came home with a bottle of that I shan't advertise again and mention to give them too much credit. He came home with wouldn't be so smart. And I tasted it, and it really does. It does have a completely different taste to my tap water, and I can drink that because I can't drink tap water unless it's freezing cold. It just makes me gag. And that's really literally the only water that I drink now. That's just plain water. Otherwise, I have to have a flavour in it.
I have to admit, I kind of like water that comes from grapes in a bottle. That's quite nice.
Yeah, that's quite nice. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to because of my meds, but I love the red grapes, natural red grapes in a bottle. They're lovely.
Yeah, mine normally comes from France or California. Normally has a cork in it.
Yeah, mine too. If I was allowed. So I do enjoy watching Tony partake. I'm quite happy with him partaking. in it quite often, but sadly I can't anymore because it gives me severe migraines.
Yeah.
And one of my other meds I'm not allowed to anyway. It says do not take alcohol. And I'm like, oh, party pooper.
That is an absolute party pooper, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot how I'm going through all these dyes that I'm going through. I'm starting with the really old ones that aren't actually matched up, because I normally put them inside the dye, inside of the stamps, the die sets on magnetic sheets, and I just forget how beautiful some of them are. Because obviously I'm being a hobby demo, I keep everything. Look at those.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, it's just stunning, isn't it? That was the detailed floral thinlits. They only went out recently, I think, last year. But how beautiful is that? And now I can see them, and I think I'll use them again now because they've just been stuck in a box.
And you forget they're there, don't you?
Yeah, exactly that. So this is actually a good exercise for me to go through and find things that I haven't used for a long time. And I think I might set myself up a task this year to use at least once everything that I haven't used in a long time. DSP is my worst. I am a hoarder. I have DSP from years. Just little bits left in packets that I really need to use up. I get this panic though that I've got the stamp set that goes with it, and because you can't get the DSP anymore, I still think, well, I can't use it up because I won't have any left to go with that stamp set, which is really silly because it's just sitting in the packet. Oh, that's lovely.
Yes.
Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
Oh, yay.
Anything with these.
So what am I? Two and a bit hours in now, and I've done
Brilliant.
10. That's not bad.
10. Fabulous.
Oh. Good. Have a quick look at Facebook. Make sure everybody's okay over there. Hello, Facebookers. So I've been looked like I've been really clever. I've been posting in the past while I've been on here. Obviously, I haven't. Did schedule a few things, but
Brilliant.
But yes, so there are a few little photos over on Facebook as well, if you're over that way, that just tell a little bit more about our story and about, you know, why we're doing this. Oh, hi Gillian, if you're watching. Can't work out who else is watching. Look like I've been really clever. I've been posting in the past. Oh, hang on. You can probably hear me in the back. Who's watching now? Let's have a little look. Hi, Gillian. Gillian, if you want to come and join us on Zoom, you're very welcome. Or alternatively, if you just want to sit and watch us on Facebook, that's absolutely fine as well. But yeah, so 10 cards down. Woohoo! Do you know what I haven't done yet? I've just realised. I haven't done a black and white card.
Oh.
I feel the need for a black. I might do some black and white butterflies, I think.
Just connecting. My tablet is alive. Gosh, I'm just looking to see how untidy my craft room looks. Need to work on that. Need to work on that appearance.
Yeah, you see the cupboard behind me over there? Let's just say we're not opening that today.
Yeah, see, I don't have that luxury because the initial bit that I'm sitting in now is obviously out in my garden. Is my main part of my craft room that I sit in is 8 foot by 8 foot, so not massive. It is that my dad built me, and then I've got the extension, which is 8 foot by another 8 foot, I think. So I've got quite a bit of space, but it's in 2 sections. So the old doors, I've taken it off, but there is like a doorway into the other section. So everything around is completely around me, apart from the doorway exit on both sides. So it looks very close and very untidy. But I should possibly think about getting rid of anything. Occasionally I have a tidy up, but not usually.
Talk about being black and white, and then immediately go for a colour.
Is that your pop?
Wonders, I haven't chopped these off. These are my leftover bits from making card fronts and things, and they're brilliant for doing sentiments. So don't bin these little bits of card. Well, that was lovely, wasn't it? Kind of gone everywhere. I think this might be my juicy pad. I've got one pad that's really, really juicy.
I need to redo mine.
Yeah, I think that's a juicy pad. Let's find the other one, which is on my table somewhere. I think I over-inked it, re-inked it. It happens. And that's what happens when you've got too much ink on your stamp. Gets a little bit blurry. That's more what you were expecting.
Oh, yeah. Lovely.
You can see the difference, can't you?
Yeah, just a little.
just a teeny weeny bit. I think my husband's just arrived back from his mile.
Oh, excellent.
And whilst I may have done one marathon, Simon has done more than one. And his more than one might have been, well, in fact, a couple of his more than ones added together might have been quicker than mine. He's a bit quick. I think it's living with me. It's taught him to run fast. Although he'd say he could run fast before he met me.
I'm trying to gear myself up to the prospect of having to start die cutting these out.
Oh, yeah. I've got those. They're lovely.
They are, but it's the whole die cutting, and I'm going to have to do them I can do a few at a time, and then I'm going to have to cut them, aren't I? Otherwise they won't be.
Could you not just photocopy those ones?
No, because then they won't match, and then my OCD won't. My OCD won't allow me to do that. That's the problem. I'm my own worst enemy.
That's true.
Oh, look,
But I
there's another
totally
lot on the other
understand
side.
that.
Oh my God, look how many there are just for one set.
Well, there's a whole alphabet of them.
Yeah, but there's all these extras on the back I didn't remember either. Oh, maybe I'll start with them. I did label them though. I did actually write A, B, C, D and whatever on them because some of them are really difficult to work out what letter they were. Oh, I've just realised
I made Amy's birthday card, my daughter's birthday card, out of them as part of lots of things that I did.
Yeah, these were beautiful. I did a rainbow card that said happy. I think it said happy, or did it say birthday? Can't remember because it was quite long. Birthday would be really too long, wouldn't it? I think it must have said happy, and then birthday, the little caption sentiment on it in rainbow. Oh, it's lovely, very nice. But, sadly, these are retiring.
I didn't see them. To be fair, they're not one I looked for.
I'm sure they're retiring.
Because the big alphabet has retired, hasn't it? That retired last year.
Oh, yeah, gutted. Use that all the time still. I will have a look.
And I know, is it the Perfect Prose? Prose? Praise? Can't remember what it was.
Yeah. Yeah,
which was the slanty letters.
Yeah, I don't understand. I love that. Absolutely love that set. I've used it loads. I don't think we've got any other alphabets staying at all, have we?
Maybe we're not allowed to write anymore.
No. What are these called?
Layering alphabet. Layering letters or layering alphabet?
Layering alphabet. Yeah, they are. They're retiring.
So grab them now, Pete, if you want them.
Yeah. Go get them. PDQ cards. Right, I'm still procrastinating here. I need to.
No. A little less procrastinating. I haven't got time. There's 26 cards to make. Anybody that's watching this that hasn't already, if you do want to support me, it's virginmoneygiving.com. I've remembered the giving / PDQ Cards. Or if you are from Facebook, there's a link somewhere on the page. Keep going, keep going. If you want to sponsor me, and if you want to choose a card for me to make, then that's great. Just let me know and I will carry on going. Now, I know there are a few people that I've got cards to make for already. I've already done Bella's, who's kindly sponsored me a butterfly one. That was the one I made for Bella early. She asked specifically for butterflies.
Beautiful.
And I will hopefully be posting that out to her as well. So she can, and I won't be writing it, so she can either use it herself or she can keep it, or no. Totally up to her. Leg 11.
Wow, beautiful.
storming through these cards now.
Ah.
Don't worry, I will run out of legs later. Legs, legs 11. Oh dear. The reason why I'm not on the stage. Won't talk about why. Right. I think it's time we did some stamping. There's an awful lot of stuff. Right, I'm going to go and humour myself with the stamp set. I'll be back in a minute. And now would be a great time to show you the back of my marathon top, which doesn't get seen very often.
Ah.
I ran around London. Oh no, don't look at the folds of flesh.
Yeah.
But yes, I ran around London with that, and it's what kept me going. So there you go.
Fabulous. Yay. My tea runner just came out.
Oh. Right. So this is another stamp set that I cannot believe is retiring.
Oh, I know. It's gorgeous.
Absolutely love it. I love this card. I've made loads of cards with it, and I still love it. I feel the need for a bit of galloping.
I should say that was my chair, not me.
So the good thing about having big stamp is you can actually stamp and see where you've not got ink on it. And let's have a look. Where do we think? Oh, I think he's going to be about there. Get rid of bit of a pause. Oh. See, that's it. You don't need to do anything else to that stamp. Simple, simple. In fact, I like him so much. I'm going to make two horses. Two horses. I'm having a double horsey moment. I think we'll leave one black and white, and then we might do a little bit of colouring with the other one, just because I can. It's my party, why not?
Yes. Oh, my chair's just gone squeaky all of a sudden.
I'm sure it's your chair, and we'll all believe you.
I don't ever remember it squeaking like this before. Unless I've only just noticed it. As long as I don't end up A over T on the floor, we'll be all right. Would make for a slightly amusing Facebook Live for you, though.
Well, that would certainly get more views. I can imagine myself going viral. That would be great.
Yeah. These are the type of friends I associate myself with. Or your caption.
Oh, I'd like to say thank you very much to whoever's just sponsored me, but I've no idea who you are because you've kept yourself private. But thank you very much from me and from ARC. It's very much appreciated. There's no message or anything, so I'm just going to say thank you very much. To everybody that sponsored me. It is very much appreciated. something on this stamp. Try that one again. Thank goodness for squared stamping paper. We'll do something to cover that bit. See, crafting embellishment opportunity, commonly known as it went a little bit wrong. I'm going to have to turn around and work out which stamp came from which stamp set, but I'm not doing that now because life's too short.
There was a whole post on one of the crafting things I'm on the other day about people splitting up their stamp sets and just taking out all the ones they like and putting them in a case or something, and then just not the other ones. I know. I was like, no, you don't split up a stamp set. And this lady was saying, is it just me that's that finds this really weird? And I was like, everybody was like, no, it's you just don't do that.
I have it where there's several demonstrators, and what they do is really good, is where there's quite a long sentiment, they will cut the sentiment in half so they can put it over 2 lines, which I think is really ingenious. I couldn't do it. I really can't do it. I've thought about it and I've sat there and I've looked at it and I've gone, just can't bring myself to make that final cut.
Yeah, yeah. I know there's a well-known crafter that's not Stampin' Up related, but she does it all the time on her YouTube videos, and I think maybe once you've done it a couple of times you become braver and it becomes the norm, but those first couple of times have got to be, yeah, it doesn't bode well with me. And there's ways these days of masking anyway. You don't have to cut them, you just mask them, don't you?
Absolutely. One of the card classes I took a little while ago now, we did the masking technique and we used a post-it note in the middle of the card, and then we just stamped all over the card in different colours with different leaves. And the post-it notes, in fact, I think I've still got one, had some little hearts. So you ended up with basically a heart area in the middle of all this stamped background. In fact, I might do you know what? I'll show you how we did it in a minute.
There we go. See?
There you go. I'll show you how we did it. But it's a really, really interesting way of doing it. Well, there you go. That might be number 2. Right.
What card number would that be? Not number 13. We don't
No,
want
it won't be
wrong.
number 13. Number 13 is already going a bit wrong.
Oh, okay.
But there you go. That's my super simple stamping card.
Oh, love it. That's beautiful.
You know, that is as simple as card making gets. So you cut a piece of paper, fold it in half, stick a little bit of grey on it, stick a little bit of white on top of that, and 2 stamps and you're done.
It's lovely. Yeah, perfect. And still beats any card that you could possibly purchase.
Absolutely. And you know, especially in this time of day where it's difficult to get hold of stuff. So
yeah, you can't go in and hand pick. You have to order it online and take the chance that when you see it, it's going to be nice. So, and anybody can do this.
Absolutely. You should go in sales, Ali.
Yeah. Funny that. Left that behind a long time ago. That didn't work out. I
Remember my very neat colouring? Nah, me neither. Don't do neat colouring. There is an artist that I've been following for a little while. One of my work colleagues mentioned him, called Charles Mackey, I think his name is. And he's got a book out called, now I've got to try and remember it, The Boy, the Horse, the Fox and the Mole. And he's on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. And the book is absolutely beautiful. And he hand draws them. It's just beautiful. It's just a really lovely, and they're all little things like you know. I'll try and see if I can find some later, but things like, you know, just keep going. After the storm comes the rainbow, and you know, all these kind of little things. But they very much remind me of this kind of card.
Yeah. There's some very clever people out there, aren't there? Yeah, I wish I was I could draw and paint properly. I mean, we're all artistic. Anybody that's doing something like this, you can class yourself as artistic, because you've got to think about.
I really don't class myself as artistic.
Oh, but you are. Look at what you're creating. That's still artistic. Somebody may have done the images for you, but you're putting it together and designing it, and everybody's cards are going to be different when they do it. So I'd credit you as that. But I think where it actually comes to drawing and painting, that's a class again, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Love to be able to. I actually got O-level art from school. Shows how, oh dear, I've just shown how old I am now.
That's great, but I got GCSE art from school.
Yeah.
I actually passed it as well. I have no idea how.
No, me neither. That's what I was just about to come to. I have no idea.
I think in 2 years I drew one picture that I could actually that somebody else could tell me what the picture was.
Yeah, I think I was along those sort of lines. But yeah, odd, isn't it? And then I look and I still remember some of the work that some of the other people did was just amazing. Even back then, and I am talking odd years ago.
What, 1999?
Oh yeah, I wish. I had a 9-year-old by then. Yeah, they did some airbrushing, and I didn't even know what airbrushing was until, because it obviously it wasn't.
Wasn't
I
a
don't remember
thing
doing it with a machine. I think no, but I think she did it as a blow with a like a.
What, with a straw?
No, it wasn't a straw. She had like a bulb pump thing. You know, like you get the babies things that you clean out their ears with. You remember? Or
Oh yeah.
the blow. Yeah, that sort of thing. It was something like that, if I remember rightly. And I was just blown away with it. I was absolutely amazed how somebody could produce. And I remember I even remember what it was. It was a mouse in a martini cocktail sort of glass.
That sounds like my kind of art.
Yeah. But I can even, it stuck with me so much that I can even, let's say, I can even remember what it was she did.
How amazing.
And yeah, some people are very clever. And now my husband, Tony, is an artist, and it makes me very jealous. And he's got a proper airbrush and machine and stuff. And I tried it because I thought, oh yeah, it looks easy. Nah, it's not. So they make it look easy. He goes, yes, it is. You just blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, you don't. Clearly not. Look at mine to yours.
I love it when you watch sort of 3 in the morning and a small baby when we were up, and some of the, I'm going to say 1960s 1970s OU courses for art type things, and this gentleman there whose name I can't remember, it'll come to me at some point, who created kind of snowy landscape type things, and he just kind of went,
Bob Ross?
That's the one, thank you.
Yeah, we love Bob Ross.
You just be looking at him going, okay, I could do that. Yeah, I could do that, because he makes it look pleasing. Basically, I look like I'd smeared cream on a piece of board.
Can I just say, can I tell you what the secret is behind Bob Ross? Because my Tony does Bob Ross. He did it for quite a while. You have to have really his paints and things, because he actually does a wet technique, so it's wet before he starts. The actual canvas has got wet paint on it, and that's how it all flows so easy. He either has a pour on it. So Tony's got
tell you that on the BBC at 3 a.m, does it?
They do not. And he's done some, my Tony's done some absolutely stunning landscape pictures and paintings. And we took them to a sale once, and a few of them sold. Mostly his normal artwork went. And I have to say, my parents still have them, all the canvases that we didn't sell, up in their loft. They had a clear out.
No, maybe in a few years' time. Don't you have to be dead before you become kind of famous?
Yeah. And my dad did actually say they got them out the other week. They were cleaning out their loft, and he brought them all down. And I took photographs of them all, and I do still actually need to get them maybe advertised and see if anybody wants them, because there's quite a few there. He says Tony's thing is, oh, they're a load of rubbish. Nobody will want them. But
don't ask, you don't know.
Exactly. So I will get round to. I've got all the photos now. I'll do them. But yes, he is somebody that doesn't give himself credit for how good he is, and he gets loads of commission, or used to get loads of commission work. He doesn't do so much these days because his music takes over, really, I think. Don't you just hate people who do that? Oh, that's lovely. Very nice. We like that.
That is number 13. That is halfway.
Yay!
10 to 11, and we're halfway. Woo! Have a little dance now. I'm halfway. Woo!
I haven't got any pom-poms, sorry.
No, I haven't. Do you know what? I'm going to buy some pom-poms. I have to buy some, or find somebody to make me pom-poms.
I felt very left out the other night on our Zoom.
I did, yes. All of our Royal Stampers, Queen Pips, teamies, they all have pom-poms and crowns and things, and we didn't.
Blue pin and but you had, at least you had a hat. You had Where's Wally? I didn't even have that.
Don't know what you mean. Can't see me.
Yeah, I need to release my inner party girl, I think, a bit more. Oh no, now I've got a problem. Okay. Ah, there he is. Hello. That was a shock. I was looking down. Love it. Goes with your medal.
Yeah. Well, the alternative, I have to say, these are obviously the kids ones. The alternative, which maybe isn't quite so appropriate this time of year.
Brilliant.
We do have reindeers and all sorts, but they just happen to be the two that are. Sorry. God. So the other thing about lockdown is I can't get my hair cut, and it's driving me nuts. So my lovely friend Sarah, who normally cuts my hair, is obviously at home with her kids, which is just rude. I mean, you should come self-isolate with me, shouldn't you, Sarah? So then you can cut my hair. I'm only kidding. She knows I love her, really. But yeah. So right, let's have a go at this card I was telling you about. Some of my
Yes.
card fronts are a little bit bent at the edges where my trimmer blade is probably not quite as sharp as it should be. Really needs changing, but I couldn't be bothered and I didn't have one at that point. But if you just get your bone folder and go over it, it goes beautiful and flat again. Right, 1 moment, because I know which one I'm going to use. If I say that, which one am I going to use? You know what? No, I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to go for C. Because I happen to know it works with this one. This is a retired set, but I still love it. It's not.
What's that?
This is the Painted Seasons.
Oh, yes.
Lovely. It came with some gorgeous paper, which I've still got. I've used it all up, yeah. Right, let's have a little look, shall we? Shall we go a little bit? Have a bit of yellow and a bit of green. And while we're doing that, we'll have a bit of a tidy up as well, otherwise I'll be in complete fuddly confusion. And we'll put some away. Oh, my phone's bing-bonging at me. No idea what that means. I'll have a look in a minute. But hello to Facebook land again. I keep forgetting Facebook's out there. I think it's just me and Ali having a lovely time.
I can see any comments for you. Oh, Donna. Donna's on. Hello, Donna. She
Hi,
just said morning
Donna.
to both of us. Who else is there for you? Gillian. I think it's just Janet is in and out. Yeah. Hi, Donna.
Hi, Donna. How are you? You're welcome to come and join us if you want to. Up there in the Midlands. Midlands-ish, aren't you? Somewhere around there. Here's my happy birthday out. I think it's going to be used a few times today. Right, so it's a lesson for now. I'll be using the fairways.
These aren't taken as long as I thought. I'm up to N already.
Wow.
I think. I mean,
So
I
there's
finished
my
it.
list.
By the time you've done 26 cards.
Right, so a bit of white card, post-it note down on it, as you can see, roughly in the middle, and then just a case of stamping. And the trick is to not go kind of right in the middle unless you have to.
I just thought I've got a load of shaped post-it notes somewhere.
So what I'm doing is just making sure that I'm covering the edges of the post-it note. And it's really simple to do. So literally, I'm only going to use 2 colours, I think. Just keeping it simple, but you can layer it up with as many colours as you'd like, obviously, and you can kind of go back in and refill stuff afterwards. So that's why I haven't closed the other pad up yet. But you want to make sure that obviously you're covering the edge of the heart, but also you want to go right to the edge of the paper as well. Gosh, this is almost like a free lesson. Woohoo! Just in case anybody's interested, I do also offer lessons occasionally. Don't do big groups. Try not to anyway. There you go. And if you do them at lots of different angles, it just adds a little bit more interest and makes it, well, less boring for me. And overlay them and things if you want to, you know. It's
Thank you very
completely
much.
up to you. I think.
Awesome. Thank you.
I'll have a bit of a
My
treat.
tea has arrived.
Oh, sounds like bliss. So you can see
Best tea
here I've
maker
ended
in the house. I've got to say that because he's still standing out here.
quite no sugar, please.
You're getting tea orders home. He said he'll fax it over to you.
Sounds like bliss. Here we go, and then we'll just right. So the magic trick now. You ready? You want to see my magic trick?
Go for it. Drum roll.
Here you go. This is what I've stamped, and I've literally used 2 stamps in 2 different colours, and it looks a bit rubbish, doesn't it?
Big reveal.
Big reveal. I'll take off my post-it note.
And voila. Beautiful.
And voila.
How cool is that?
Really simple. Really, really simple. Such a simple technique.
And really effective.
Really, really effective. And then I think I'm going to do a nice big green sentiment in the middle of it. And this is the bit where you hope you really don't smudge it.
But even if you did though, you could, if you had the heart punch, you could punch it on, stamp
that
onto
one?
the heart punch. Yeah, that one.
That one. That's
Stamp it
also
on that.
available in a double pack. And if I was really, really stepping it up, I could do a double layer one, because
Exactly.
lovely heart punch comes with a slightly bigger one that has a serrated edge. Woohoo! Very exciting. I might have to make this card again now, though. See, this is the trouble with crafting with other people. They give you really good ideas.
Sorry about that.
I quite often work with Pip, and we quite often start off with one idea, and by the end of the afternoon we've got something completely different coming out.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? That's good.
So you can imagine when we were doing simple stamping and the 3 of us got together, we actually all had to do our designs before we got together, because we said otherwise we'd never agree on anything. Oh, that's really good, but we could do. No, step away from the crafting table.
Yeah. And that's what the beauty of crafting is, that you can personalize it and you have your own ways of working. And whilst something may not be a technique that you enjoy doing, or that your style, you can still appreciate it and love it, and then incorporate it or adapt it to your style. There's something out there for everybody, isn't there?
We have two gentlemen in the Royal Stampers. Hello, Jay and Barry. I will mention
Hello, Jay and
name, who are absolutely wonderful, and they make the most amazing cards. I will say their cards are amazing, and I look at them and I think, that's wonderful. I could never do that. And I did try it once, and it sort of worked, but the way that their minds obviously work different to mine. I don't know why, but they make things that I don't even think about, and it is just amazing to watch. It's just completely different to what anything I would expect to come out of a card set.
Yeah,
which is lovely, and it's really good to have that to follow several different people so that you can find the style that works for you and find inspiration and, you know, copy and share and whatever it is, everything. You know,
and that's the beauty as well, is offering that, isn't it?
Little bits of inspiration from all different places, you know, and there's lots of different ways, and people make cards in different ways. Some people like to build up lots of layers, some people like 2 layers, some people like simple cards, some people like quick cards, and some people like really elaborate cards, don't they, Alison?
I don't know what you mean. Yeah. Problem is, I see a technique and I have to try it out, and sometimes it works for me and sometimes it doesn't. But usually it goes off on a tangent. I'll start with something that I'll see for inspiration, like on a YouTube video or something, and then all of a sudden it will just go off on one completely, and that's when it turns into your own, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
And slightly carried away. Like doing this. I don't know why I'm doing this, really. I suppose because I can. And I still feel like I'm crafting.
You know when you had something on your desk and now you can't find it again?
Mm.
There a minute ago because I had them in my hand and now they're gone. So this is what happens when you craft. Things grow legs and move. Oh, there you go. I put them under the black ink. That's why I cannot find them.
Well, I'm up to S now.
Yes, I think it needs a bit of bling, if I'm honest.
So your the heart punch that you've got and those heart post-its, do they a similar heart shape? Because there's lots of heart shapes, isn't there?
You know what?
Is it actually?
Let's punch a heart and find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, it's not bad.
I wonder if it was left a little board. Does it leave a nice little white border as well? Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah. So like you say, if you stepped it up and did another thing, yeah, that actually.
But anyway, yeah, so that's my card finished.
It's gorgeous.
Isn't that nice?
And again, that's really is actually still simple stamping, isn't it? It's one layer. Simple stamping.
I mean, literally, I've stuck it on a yellow bit background just to make it stand out a little bit more. But you don't need to do that. And in fact, if you'd only got one piece of card folded in half, you can actually do it straight onto that. And I have done that before. I love that. It's really fresh colours as well. That is the joys of the retiring Stampin' Up colours. They're going. So if you want them, you've got to grab them now because they are going. So that's Pineapple Punch and Call Me Clover.
Oh,
they're going.
Sad.
Sad, very sad. But there's new colours coming, which is always a good thing.
Yeah. Oh, there's one card though that you weren't expecting to make and design today.
Well, there you go. What can I say?
That is
now got a heart. I've now got a heart in front of me that I've got to use.
Sorry.
Right. No, not sorry. I think we're going lipstick. You may have noticed that I am focusing slightly on the retiring colours, and I'd love to say that is purely selfish because I've got loads of this cardstock, and sadly, because it's going, all the new stuff that's coming out won't be compatible, shall we say. I mean, obviously I can do my own version of it, but it won't quite be the same. So I'm using it up while I still can and while I've still got some lovely Designer Special Series paper that will go with it.
Yeah.
Really nice. Lost my heart. Hello. I think it wanted to go in then. Oh. So I just thought I'd show you the punch while I was here, for those of you on Facebook world. You get the 2 punches.
Ah,
Do really
Linda.
well. There you go.
Linda's left. Oh, yeah.
So there you go. You get
Lovely.
2 punches, and one is the lovely scalloped, and one is the plain. But you'll see the very clever people at Stamping Up, who are, you know, far more clever than I, design them so you can just literally layer them up, which is just so clever. Really clever.
Fabulous. Fabulous. We found your anonymous donor, by the way.
Oh, have we? Let's have a little look.
Linda Brady. She said to you, keep going, Deb. I have donated, but obviously press the anonymous button.
Thank
it's
you,
a great
Linda.
cause.
Oh, thank you so much, Linda. Mwah. I have not met you for ages. Linda and I went to school together, so I've known.
Oh, lovely.
We were very, very little. Let's just say that's as far as we need to say on Facebook, isn't it, Linda? But lovely to hear from you. I'm glad to hear you and your family are well.
A lovely way to reconnect again via Facebook.
Gotta love Facebook. It's brilliant. Right. I'm going to go and get another stamp set because I can. Right, I'll be back in a moment. Let's have a little look. I think it's time for a bit of love. What do you reckon? Is it time for a little bit of love?
Yeah, get the love factor going.
Right, let's go. Right. Gotta put things away there. Otherwise you'll end up like one of those people that splits up stamp sets.
Oh, don't.
Makes
your mouth.
Thinking about it. It really does. Right, let's have a little look. I'm going to do sort of similar type thing, I think, but not quite the same, but similar. So this is, again, sadly, another retired set. This, again, was one of the first sets I ever bought. So there we go. So we've got a lovely, lovely lipstick. Again, retiring, very sad, just rude. This is the Heart Happiness set, which was from 2 or 3 years ago. And this is a photopolymer set as opposed to what I've been using mostly, which is the rubber sets. So it's gives you a lot nicer in theory. We'll see, shall we? But I am just stamping lovely lipstick onto lovely lipstick. Ooh. Do, 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 do. Just got my fingers covered in lovely lipstick in now. See, this is a sign you are a true crafter.
Yeah. And somebody is now going to have to go and wash their hair.
So you'll note that I've got my camera set up so you can see me and you can see my workspace. You just can't see that end of the desk. And there is a really good reason why that, because it's an absolute pigsty of where I'm just throwing stuff when I've finished with it. And it'll probably take me, you know, I say I'm going to make 26 cards in a day, that's not a problem. It'll take me 26 days to tidy up afterwards. And that's the other thing, is you find a tiny little heart and you think, I'll never work out what set that's from again. Right, let's go.
Yeah. So you have to put them away as you go.
Absolutely.
I came into my craft room the other day and I'd moved something, walked out and didn't realise that obviously as I went out, everything had crashed to the floor. So I came out and it was stamp sets and dies because I put mine in together. As I said to you, if you can see, like this. And my dies had strewn across the floor. And if you're anything like, I mean, I know your craft room is inside your house, so you probably do that dreaded vacuuming occasionally. I don't out here, probably maybe once, twice a year if I'm lucky. So there's lots of little bits all over the floor, like you do. Yeah, I'm panicking. I had to find the catalogue just to check how many dies were in the set to make sure every single one of them was there.
Oh, that's just mean. I have heard of people who've lost like a tiny little star or had a tiny little star and can't work out which of the 400 sets that they've got it fits in.
That would really upset me. That would play on my mind forever. My OCD would just, I'd never be happy until I found it.
No. Or I've heard, you know, people have lost a little, like, you know, a tiny little heart like that and cannot find it for months and then find it stuck to the inside of a completely different case.
Yeah.
I've never done that.
Yeah, or magnetic, that you've got something magnetic down and don't realise, then you've got a die and it's stuck to it somewhere.
Yeah, I've done that one, maybe.
And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, there it is. Are you trying to clear up?
Cut that too short, that was rather stupid, wasn't it? Can I just say, lockdown has had one really invaluable positive side effect for me. And I now have the ability to tie bows.
To do what? Tie bows? Oh!
I can now tie a bow in the
Brilliant.
patented Queen Pip method of making the bow look perfect.
Excellent. I'm going to have to go back and watch that a few more times to perfect.
They're not always perfect, but they're not bad, I have to say.
You're giving a pretty good demonstration.
Where are we?
Yeah. That's it.
I'll work out. Somewhere around there.
Yeah, that's it. About there. Very pretty.
Ah, see, there's a positive to every basically everything in there. Right. Let's make this. Oh, I think it's going to be a bit of a happy birthday coming on.
At least you're going to have some cards in advance made.
Well, these are all going to all the cards that I'm making today where they haven't been preempted by, you know, somebody donating and requesting them. I'm actually going to sell for ARC. So if anybody wants to buy any of these, they will be available to purchase. And all the proceeds will be going towards ARC as well. So if you've seen something you like, let me know. No. If you've seen something you like, you think, oh, that's in the wrong colour, let me know. Just delighted that I can help them a little bit at the moment.
Especially now, it's I think harder for the little charities, because everybody's concentrating on big ones and the NHS, and I don't want to detract anything from obviously the NHS or any other fundraising at all, but there are still a lot out there that still need the continued support that they get, otherwise their resources will disappear, and it would be heartbreaking. And could you imagine not of being able to have that resource that you've had and been able to use?
Absolutely. And that raises a really good point. Is at the moment, you know, obviously people are at home, people are still pregnant, people are still going for prenatal scans and tests and things, and there is an additional problem at the moment, if you like, is that with the lockdown and the social distancing that's going on, women are having to go to antenatal scans by themselves. You know, I was very fortunate that my, you know, Simon was with me when we got our horrendous news, you know, and I'm not taking anything away from anybody here, but I don't know, you know, you go into a state of shock when you're told something like that, you really do. And and it's really, really difficult. And I can't imagine being on my own and getting that sort of news, if you like, let alone what it must be like to be on the end of the phone to receive something like that. And then I have heard of cases where people haven't even been able to phone their partner to have them join them. So it's very difficult. You know, and this is where people like ARC are invaluable to help with things like that, because, you know, some services aren't available, and ARC are doing their best to respond and answer people's queries where they can. And being online is obviously invaluable at this time. So, you know, the work goes on, even if maybe the fundraising doesn't as such. And you know, we should have been watching the marathon today with the, you know, I won't sing, it'll rain, but you know, that should have been going on, and that's a huge fundraiser for a lot of small charities.
Yeah, absolutely.
So so yeah, you know, this is why the 2.6 challenge is going on. I love the fact it's 2.6, not 260 or 26.2, because that'd be daft. Who'd make 26 something? But yeah, 2.6 kilometers. Go out and walk 2.6 kilometers, and then think about doing that 10 times, and then another however many it is to round it up to miles. It's a long way. It really is a long way. I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, it's not one for. I am a bit of a couch potato. This is my sort of fundraising. Stick me down to the ground and not do something you love at the same time.
Well, I actually found a photo. I was going back to through my folders, if you like, of photo albums of trying to find things so I could tell a bit of my story on Facebook today about why I'm doing this. And you know, if you've been looking at the Facebook page throughout the day, you'll have seen a few images of me pop up, and I found a photo from 2005. So it was only a couple of sort of 18 months or so after we'd lost the baby. And I say lost him, sounds like a bunch of keys, doesn't it? And I did a 5k for ARC round Hyde Park. And I thought I'm never going to run again. And I didn't for a very long time. And now I can't run because my hips are not very good, and I'm under the physio, which sadly is not going very well. But it is just really difficult really difficult for any charity to raise money at the moment. And I know, you know, you've got people like Captain Tom who's really caught the public's imagination, and bravo, Captain Tom, bravo. You know, and the big night in that the Comic Relief and the BBC Children in Need teams organised earlier this week. But yeah, so, you know, and people are struggling, you know, if you're not at work and, or, you know, your income has gone down because you're not able to be self-employed or whatever it might be, it's just difficult. So a lot of people are struggling at the moment, but we keep going and we do our best. So yeah. So
I've just got to leave you just for 2 seconds and I will be back.
All right. I've finished number 15.
Wow.
Just a minute. Don't worry, I will be posting all of these online. So let's have a little look. I'm going to pop over on Facebook. So if I look like I'm staring into the abyss, that's why. Just having a little look, seeing what's going on out there. Hello, everyone. Obviously, if you want to find out more, then pop onto my website or my Facebook page, or if you want to donate and you've been watching for a while or you're dropping in, it's virginmoneygiving.com/PDQ Cards. And I'll be here for a little bit longer. We'll see what's going on. But we've made 15 cards out of 26 already, which I think ain't bad. Ain't bad. I think it's time. Don't tell my son.
Oh, didn't see that.
Didn't see that. Don't tell Matthew because they're his.
Right. I sincerely hope when hubby comes out, he doesn't use any choice words, because his printer, I've just had to go and tell him that his 3D printer's just pulled up again, snagged up at the edges.
Oh no.
Adhering to the bed. So he's having major problems with it still.
Not fun at all.
No. It makes him say some really strange words.
Oh dear.
Yeah. He's not come back out yet, so I'm expecting him out soon. Oh no, just threw a die in the bin.
Don't do that.
No. Right.
As you can see, I'm currently playing with layers. Something that catches the corner of your eye and you go, oh, I don't think I've ever used that. As a plan. Had a moment where I've looked at the blue and gone, I can't work out what blue that is.
Ah.
Anybody's interested? It's Pacific Point. Just hiding underneath something else there. If anybody out there in Facebook world is actually watching and would like to wave or say hello, that'd be really good. You know, just say hello, hi. Let us know somebody's listening. Otherwise, me and Ali will carry on talking about nonsense for a little bit longer.
Right, that didn't take as long as I thought. Ta-da!
Oh wow, that's amazing.
And then I go in the file. That was the one. That was the one I was dreading doing. I've done all the large letters and everything. I was absolutely dreading that one, and it wasn't that bad.
Say one of the things I was really wishing for in the new catalogue, sorry, that's my husband hoovering, and was a really good blue ribbon. And I'm really pleased to say there's a really nice blue ribbon coming out. Yeah.
Very nice. Very, very nice. But we can't show you yet.
All I'm afraid is if, like me, you like dogs. Oh my gosh. So all the Stampin' Up demonstrators have seen or have access to the new catalogue, which comes out on the 3rd of June, I want to say, somewhere around there. So you've got another month and a bit before we can officially show you stuff. So you will just have to wait, unless you want to join the team. And if you join the team, you get to see it immediately, which is really good. And it's well worth doing because you also get 20% off. Not that I'm encouraging people to spend money, but it saves you money in the long run, right? So you can do that. And you also get a sneaky peek of the new catalogue that's coming out, and you get a chance to order it before everyone else, which is really good.
Although we've still got to wait as well. It's still painful.
It's still painful, but you do get so you know there's stuff like that.
You get a bit earlier,
which is really good. And but you do get to see the catalogue, and we all sat online watching it on Thursday when it came out. And we all sat there going, you can hear everybody's got a different thing that they like, and some people like flowers, yeah. Some people like animals, hey! Some people like patterns and layers, yeah. But this new catalogue has got something for everyone, I have to say. I think it's a really good catalogue. So
beautifully laid out as well.
It's really nicely laid out, and there's lots of different things going on in there, which is always a good thing, because you know, if it was all flowers, I don't think I'd buy anything. Well, I would. I'd like to say I wouldn't buy anything, but realistically, I would.
Yeah. Because a combination of them all makes the creations, doesn't it? Sometimes.
Absolutely.
A little bit of this and a little bit of that goes a long way.
Absolutely.
Oh, I've just thought of something else that I can catalogue while I'm off as well. My embossing folders.
Oh, have you not got those? Oh no.
No, they're just all still in their packets. But of course, if I did an embossed sheet for everything and then put it in my little folder, it would look amazing, wouldn't it?
want. I'm just going to go get me itty bitty. There's always one stamp set that you always go to.
Punches. I haven't done punches yet either. And as you can hear, they keep falling down on my feet at the moment because I've just knocked them low down. Right, where to start next? So that's my box of odd ones.
I nearly burst into Julie Andrews then.
What was that?
Start at the very beginning.
Yes, I shan't.
Place to be when you start from the beginning. I'll stop now. It really will rain. I could tell you a very interesting story about being dressed as a nun, but I won't.
Is it not for Sunday viewing?
Let's just say do you know what, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you because it makes me chuckle even now thinking about it. My friend Helen and I both have a bit of a Julie Andrews thing going on, and we went to, with a group of us, went to a sing-along, a Sound of Music. Now, if you've ever been to one of these things, they are hilarious, but you have to dress up. You can't not dress up.
I've done the Rocky Horror Show.
Yeah, my mum won't like you for that one. My mum's called Janet. Do I need to say more? And so we went dressed up because that's what you do. So we all decided to go as nuns because that was fairly easy to do. One small problem I should point out, that when we went to see this, I was 8 months pregnant, dressed as a nun.
Very good.
And we're in the toilet because, you know, being 8 months pregnant, you go to the toilet a lot. And this lady went, "Oh, I love your outfit. That's brilliant." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you very much." Just a nun, you know, not really think about it. Until my friend Helen turned around and went, "You do know she's actually pregnant, don't you?" And this one went, "Oh," as if she thought the bump was part of the costume. Just made me chuckle. And if you know, Helen would chuckle about it.
Part of your costume to take the mick being a nun, a pregnant nun.
Yeah. But my friend went as a raunchy nun, and I went as a, you know, dressed in a sackcloth kind of nun. And of course, anybody that's dressed up has to go up on stage. My lovely friend kind of got a nice skinny little candle. I got one of those whopping great church candles. No idea why. Not one to tell the kids that one, but no, it was a lovely event, and something that maybe not the pregnancy, but the rest of it should be repeated sometime soon.
Brilliant. This is why we love you. Right, I have lost. Oh no, that's mine. Not to die or not to die cut. Oh, these are going to be fun to die cut, aren't they? Imagine getting all those little bits out. These are so beautiful. I love these. They're going to get a lot of use this year. That's the ornate layers and the ornate borders. Beautiful.
Which ones are the borders?
Those ones. That's the borders.
Oh, they're pretty. Haven't got those.
And that's the. I was a little bit, because I'm not. I don't really do these sort of things very much with all this really sort of like overly fancy egging and stuff. But now I've actually got hold of them and got them in my hands. Oh my God, I love them. They are really lovely. Because I'm not really sort of like a frames sort of person. These borders and things, yes. But I thought, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for it. So I've got the...
Quite a few people have been using sort of black which has been quite nice for them.
Yes. Yeah, they can actually make quite a sophisticated looking card, can't they? Nice. I need to now work out what am I going to go die cut first. Let's go for an easy one. Rise and shine. I thought I'd already done this one. I think I'm just about to die cut something I've already done. Where did I put it? We haven't actually filed these in any specific order yet. I'm just thrown them all in. And I think I'm about to use something that I've already die cut. I know I did it, but I can't find it. That's just bananas. Very odd. Convinced I've done these ones before, but maybe I haven't.
You know when you do something and you wish you hadn't.
Yeah, often.
The joys of the take your pick tool.
Aha.
Move stuff off. I think I'm going to leave it like that. What do you think?
Oh yeah, that's nice. Oh, dropped a die.
Don't die.
Oh no, it's a tiny little one as well. It's a little bow. So bear with me, caller. I may be sometime. I'm going on the floor.
So that's card 16.
16. Well done.
16.
You 10 to go. Oh, found it. That was lucky. Phew. Look at that. It's that little one. I can't say it. Where is it? Where's my camera gone? There it is. Look at that tiny little thing.
Oh, it's a little dinky bow. That would have taken you
Yes.
forever to find.
Yes, thankfully. I heard it go. Ah.
Right. I'm going to make a decision. I'm making a decision. Making a decision that I can't find what I'm looking for. Oh, there it is. So I'm going to make one more card.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I might need to go and stretch in the garden.
Yeah.
So I think then we'll have a little break. Maybe have a lunch break, because
Good idea.
that's good. That's not bad going, is it? And then come on again this afternoon.
Yeah.
Maybe in that time I can do a little bit of posting, post some pictures of the cards that we've already made. That who's this we? That Alison has inspired me to make, obviously. And
The royal way.
maybe you know, find a desk, because my working space, as you can see, is getting slightly more let's just say it's getting smaller, because I haven't put anything away. So I might do that. Right.
Good idea. I think Ruth's watching. Hello, Ruth.
Hi, Ruth. Lovely to see you. How are you, my lovely? You're welcome to pop on and join us. We're only going to be on for about 5 or 10 minutes. So we'll do that. Let's have a little look. Do you know what I'm going to do?
One surprised me.
Getting the big guns out. In case you're wondering, all my paper drawers are just over there. I'm not kind of going out.
You haven't got a little minion sitting over there handing them to you.
A little what, sorry?
A little minion sitting there just waiting to hand you them.
Oh, wouldn't that be brilliant?
Yeah.
You know, I want somebody who can clean my stamps and, you know, do all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Wouldn't that be absolutely great?
Yeah, just a little one.
Yeah.
Works for food. That'd be good.
Oh, and also down there is my trolley with all my punches on. So just wondering what I'm doing. It's right in front of me and I can't see it. So these folks at Stampin' Up are very clever. They've designed the punch so it all fits beautifully together.
That's a lovely colour combination, isn't it?
It is, and it's sad. Another one that is sadly retiring. It's just sad. But what I've done is punched out 4 flowers and used glue dots to stick them together. And then you can see we've got a little flower. It's simple. Told you I don't make complicated cards. I try and they go wrong and then I get frustrated and then I don't do them and they sit in a pile. I've got a pile there of which again you can't see. I'm not stupid. Of cards will never see the light of day, I think is the correct terminology. Somewhere.
Oh no, thrown the diner bin again.
It's not good, Ali. You're not supposed to be throwing them away. You're supposed to be cataloguing them.
Trying to punt all the little bits. Look, see, thankfully it only went in here. There's all the little bits out the dies. Apparently, Very fiddly, but enjoyable. Strangely therapeutic.
Well, I would like to say a big thank you to Stamping Up for this, because all of their papers and that I'm using and their colours make this a lot easier, because they're all designed to work together. Because if you're like me and you haven't got very much colour sense, it makes it very difficult to work out what goes with what. So the lovely guys at the artists at Stamping Up came up with all these colour groups. It just makes life so much easier.
Yeah, their coordination of products is brilliant, isn't it?
It is. And if, as I say, if you're like me and you struggle a bit with coordination, then I would heartily recommend having a look at their colour groups and just what they can do. Oh. Right, now I need some feedback. What sort of sentiment would you put on a card like this? Answers on your postcard.
Hello. Sorry. Then back again.
Hello, Ave, if you're watching. Hi.
Oh, Sarah's just popped on. Hello, Sarah.
Hello, Sarah. How are you, my lovely? Hope you're all right. I'm flicking between screens. You'll have to excuse me for a moment. Got too many screens open and I can't cope. I'm having a technology fail. So we're just going to make this card, which one, as you can tell, about halfway through now, and then probably going to have a bit of a break. Oh, hello, you can hear myself. That's never a good thing. Morning, Sarah. Don't you find that your own voice sounds terrible when you listen back to it? Or is that just me? My voice sounds terrible anyway, I don't know.
Oh, my young one's just come out now. Hello. Come say hello.
Nah.
He's like, nah.
Do you like my clothes for today?
You've got a job to do.
What?
What? Look at that. Did you hear that sheer shock? It's like, what?
What job?
You could take some salting tape round to Robert, please, because he wants some.
Why don't you come back and get it?
Because he's lazy and you're young.
Well, his ankles are really bad.
You're not even dressed for today. No, you're still in jib jams.
Yeah, I've had a shower.
Oh, look, he showered and got back into his pajamas.
No, these are clean ones.
To be fair, I kind of agree though, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's his day off. He's been absolutely brilliant during this lockdown, doing his homework and stuff. He's been an absolute star. It's been a pleasure actually, because I haven't had to get on his back or push him to do anything. He's just automatically done it all. Very proud of him.
And we're in lockdown anyway, so we should encourage people to stay at home.
Yes.
Stay at home and craft. We're leading by example here.
Exactly. Oh, Sarah said, your voice is fine apparently, Deb, but I know what you mean. And she's crafting team gifts as you craft.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, Sarah. Oh, and hello, Gillian. I think Gillian's watching as well.
Sarah, Deb's for a short while, but we're going to come back on Zoom, aren't we? I'm actually. Can I just note that I've just invited myself?
So Alison is basically keeping me company so that I'm not talking to myself, because down that route madness lies. And to be fair, I really don't need to travel any further down that road. I think I'm already far enough down it. So I think I should possibly hit the crossroads and go elsewhere.
Yeah. So when we come back in a little bit, the royal we, if you're still crafting, Sarah, it'd be fun to join in on the Zoom as well, maybe.
Absolutely. Let's have a look. So one of the ribbons things that's retiring as well is it's got this beautiful white ribbon that looks a little bit like that but wider. So it's like it almost looks like several strands of twine together. And I didn't
the flax.
The flax.
White flax.
And it's retiring.
Yeah.
And I didn't get
I'm
it.
definitely about that. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
So I'm making my own version of it by tying twine around several times, which you can do, obviously, but just isn't the same, obviously.
Yeah, that was another one of my the shock ones, I think. The things that, mind you, majority of ribbons like go anyway, don't they, each year?
Absolutely. So,
and they're making way for some stunning.
Sometimes you can use a stamp, but realistically you can carry on using it forever. But it just means that if there's things in the catalogue that you want at the moment, go and get them. There's not much point in hanging around, is there?
Life's too short.
Yeah, buy stamp sets.
Got nothing else to spend your money on now apart from just food, so don't need petrol. Okay, see you later. Can you do that thing and run some?
Where is it?
Ask Daddy for it. Insulting tape. A roll of insulting tape.
What was it around his car?
Yeah. Oh. Thank you.
I'll actually put a coat on there when I go around.
Yeah, I would. I wish you cover your bits up.
I think I'm going to make this one for a special person who will remain nameless.
Oh.
Somebody who I owe a little bit of thanks to today. Can't imagine who that'd be. Get away now.
Run away.
Run away, run away.
Use these little pieces. Oh yes, Sarah said she's happy to join us guys later, so let us know what sort of time you want to how long you want to be off for and restart.
Fab, it is. I will drop you a message, Sarah, and let you know. Look, here's my hands have had enough. They've gone offline. That wasn't me. I think it's run out of glue.
Oh yeah. I was trying to tell you something. She said yes, the white baker's twine as well that's retiring.
Yeah, it's just madness. Madness, I tell you. All this stuff that I never got to play with.
I've just ordered it. just got a roll of it. Where is it? Here. It's still in its packet. Language, Timothy.
The other one that's retiring is this one. It's a silver twine. I mean, it's very, very.
Yeah, I've got the copper one.
Oh, I've got to use now. What a shame.
Yeah. And that retired a while ago, didn't it? The copper one.
But just
Still got
because
it.
it's retired doesn't mean you can't use it. It just means
Oh, no.
you can't buy it anymore.
Yeah.
So for us demos, if you're looking to do this as a business, then it's a bit of a pain. But if you're a hobby demo, woo,
Like me, yay.
somebody who likes making cards, you don't even have to be a demo. It's brilliant. You just carry on crafting.
Yeah.
Oh, they should so have done a movie of that, couldn't they? Could you imagine Sid James doing that? Carry on crafting.
Carry on crafting.
That'd be hilarious.
Yes, I think they'd do a few choice sticky glue moments.
Which Carry On character would you be? Answers on Facebook, please. Which Carry On crafter would you be? And I'll agree or disagree with you later on. We'll have a look when we come back after lunch. So, your challenge: which Carry On crafter would you be?
I'm going to kick mine off with Hattie Jakes.
You think you'd be Patty Jones? Yeah, I like where you're going with that one.
I like a bit of Hattie
I'm
Jakes.
genuinely going to have to think about this now.
Yeah, I'm not a Barbara Windsor person. Nothing wrong with her. Just not a Barbara Windsor. Sid James.
See, I'd like to think I'd be Sid James, but I think which is worrying as well. But
Yeah. I can imagine you as a Sid James, actually.
She set me off. That's it. Now I'm gone. Right. Well, on that note, I think before this gets anywhere where it really shouldn't, this is card 17.
Oh, gorgeous. Beautiful.
And I hope Alison likes it.
I love it. Beautiful.
This one's going in the post.
Oh, thank you. Love. Thank you.
There you go. Right. Well, I'm going to love you all and leave you. And thank you to my friend Ali, who's kept me company and sane. And we will see again a bit later, I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay.
To everyone else, you've got two things to do. You've got to go and either watch from the beginning if you've got enough time, or you've got to comment below with who's your Carry On crafter. Or if you feel like it and you've enjoyed what we've done so far and you don't think that we've bored you to death, or you'd like one of the cards, then please pop over to virginmoneygiving.com/PDQ Cards. And me and my London Marathon medal and Ali are going to go our separate ways because my neck's starting to hurt because it's quite heavy, and have some lunch. And I'm guessing probably I'm going to have a couple of hours, if I'm honest, because it will take me an hour to tidy up what I've done this morning. So I'm going to probably aim to come back about 2 o'clock, and then hopefully I can maybe see the kids and do all the little things that grown-ups have to do, and I'll be back online about 2.
Excellent.
All right.
Oh, Sarah, just before you go, Sarah said Sid James just because we both have dreadful laughs. And apparently Kirsty Allsop is doing a programme called Carry On Crafting at the moment.
Oh, really? Oh, no, let's not go there with that one. I'll keep those conversations to myself.
Yeah.
Dear me. But yeah, so I'm going to say a big thank you.
You're welcome.
And I will see everyone at 2 o'clock back here on Facebook and on Zoom and in the Ethernet. And stay safe, and I'll see you a little bit later. Bye.
See you later. Bye.
But yeah, so I'm going to say a big thank you.
You're welcome.
And I will see everyone at 2 o'clock back here.